jump up, kick back, flip around, and spin.
Is that new Jet Set Radio ever coming out?
I don't know. I don't know if I trust Sega with old Dreamcast properties anymore after the whole Crazy Taxi fiasco where they used AI to develop it.
Yeah, I think full stop I don't trust them because they posted that picture and I don't like I was hot take. I don't think it looks good. I think it looks bad. I think visually I don't think it looks interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't look good. You know,
it's kind of hard when you have like is it Team Raptor? Is that the name of the team?
I don't know. What is the Bomb Rush Cyberpunk? Is that what you're?
Yeah. The Lethal League and like it's kind of hard to do a game like that when they're doing those games and those games just feel exactly what you want but modern.
It's like perfect. And it's just like the continual like high fidelity. You know, like here's our instead of making a custom engine for like lighting and graphics and everything, we're going to be using these like out of the box engines. Like that's why the new Crazy Taxi, regardless of AI things, looks like dog shit too.
Yeah,
it's because they're just doing that. So it's unfortunate.
Unreal might be the devil. I think we might have to do something about it ASAP.
I think it's fucking things up. I mean, even in like games that I enjoy, like I think that like you can say there are aspects of something like Kingdom Hearts 3 that look, better than the other stuff in the series, like particle effects and etc. The amount of enemies on screen, but like then you just every time I look at the PS2 games, I'm just like, man, like especially the HD remasters of them, I'm like, this is perfect. It didn't need to look any better than this.
No, like you're so right. I think we're leaning towards like a style of slop where everything like goes like that. Like, cause things though, I played a metric fuck ton of Bum Rush Cyberpunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
That game looks good. It also doesn't look as old as people make it out to be.
Right.
Like it's such a strong sense of style that like you can make a game look good and also have a very strong sense of style that isn't just like. And I hate to say Unreal slop, but it's Unreal slop. I don't know what else to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah. I mean, unfortunately, Sega in general, I'm just like kind of out on them, for the time being, just because I don't know. They just like I've been kind of like unengaged with them for a while. I can't even remember the last I guess Metaphor would have been like the last time that I really. But even that was like in the middle of me already being like. Don't care about Sonic Frontiers, really didn't like, Sonic Superstars, whatever the fuck, the 2D game that came out recently. Like, plus all the shit that they did with, like, the Yakuza 3 remake and...
Oh my fucking
yada,
God.
yada, and, like, what they're continuing to do with that series in general. Like, it felt... I don't know, I just always have, like... I know a lot of companies love to like pimp out their shit to like a ridiculous degree. I feel like Sega just does it like none else.
Sega's like a mega evil place right now. Like I think Sega is like what Square Enix is flirting with.
Yeah, I think they're getting dangerously close to that. Yeah. So, which I've talked about, where it's like this is one of my, they make some of my favorite series with Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, but like. I feel like
look at the last few Final Fantasies though. Like it's been rough.
Mm-hmm. And like I feel my friend like talked about who doesn't really doesn't play RPGs whatever, but he was like, I was watching a stream of this is when Dragon Quest III came out, the remake of that. And he said it was a bad first impression when, like, you start the game and the first chest that you see, you open up, and it's like, you can only open this if you've bought the day one DLC.
Jesus Christ.
Like, because it's just, like, and all the day one, like, that DLC or whatever, like, the deluxe edition is just, like, 1,000 more gold and 10 potions, and it's just, like, complete worthless garbage, but they just are putting... just tricking people into being like, well, I might as well buy the fucking deluxe edition. I guess that's preferable to, like, GTA 6 being like, oh, yeah, there's just going to be a bunch of, like, important shit that you just can't get unless you get the complete version for, like, $100 or whatever.
And It's so cool that like if I tell people, hey, in order for things to get better, you need to not buy a game. Some shit will come to mental like this. Well, if you don't buy the game, they're gonna lay off the team. Motherfucker, they do that anyway. If you buy the game, they lay the team off. So like, what the fuck is your point of this? Like, it's just so hard to get these game people to care and to just like, hey, you can just not engage for a little bit. I said, like. But, like, I want to play, like, you know, a new Majora's Mask or, like, a new Link to the... Like, well, what if I told you those games exist right now?
Yeah, you can just play them. Like, in fact, you don't even have to use emulation. You know, like, I know some people don't like doing the, like, online, you know, Nintendo Switch Online thing. But, like, that's a good option for playing all of those old games, you know. Just if you don't want to set up fucking... Like, okay, there are very easy emulators to set up. People sometimes make it feel like you have to set up like a fucking cycle-accurate emulation on... No, it's actually just go and download Project 64 or whatever, and then you're fine. Your computer can run it, I promise you. I was playing those games on a laptop in 2005. It's fine. But, you know, and I am very sympathetic to people that don't want to go through the hassle of like PC games and emulation and everything, because I usually don't. I'm just saying it's not as hard as some people and like can make it out to be, just because.
So like, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. I don't like PC gaming. I don't like that anymore, right? But also, I'm at the point where I'm like, hey guys, this like this media is becoming evil as shit, even more so than before. You gotta pick something. Either you are okay with it getting worse and worse and worse, or you're willing to like maybe figure out how to boot up your computer and play a game. I personally, I can do the third option. I just won't play anything. But the people that can't do that, you gotta pick something better to do than just like, well, I guess I gotta consume. You don't have to consume.
Yeah.
You don't. Like.
Well, for me, like, I like to go back and play old games like multiple times, like not just like old games, but games that I've already completed. Because some people do treat game completion as like a checklist, like an infinite checklist of like, I beat this and I move on to the next thing, which I feel like, you know, that's fine. But to me, that's just not how I like to engage with games. I feel like
I was gonna say I feel like it's like I think that's like bad. I think like the idea of like I have to get the new game. I have to get the new game so I can complete the new game. And I'm like, well, do you want it? Like do you want it? Do you like want to play it? Like I think even though I think Baldur's Gate is a mid game, right? I think what it brought to people was a net positive of like, I saw people playing that game and replaying it and playing it different ways for a year after it came out. And I'm like, good. I'm like, that's kind of how you should be engaging with video games, low key. Like,
there's a lot of people that just played it to a certain point and was like, I don't feel like progressing the story, but I do want to play those early parts of the game again, and then just started over.
Me! It took me 7 playthroughs to beat the game.
Yeah.
But like, but like the thing is, I think that's good. I think like if we start engaging with games as something more than just like, I must consume, I've consumed it, here's my take online. No! Like, legitimately, do you enjoy it? Do you want to play it? Do you want to know about it? Like...
Yeah, and then go back and play those games. You
yes,
know?
play the older Baldur's Gate. See how they compare. How you feel about them. Like, I don't know. Like, get in there.
I have a very specific, like, because I understand the power that comes from the satisfaction of putting, like, oh, I completed this. You know, I finished this thing. And then being able to move on to the next thing and, like, ride that momentum. For me, though, what I'll do is that if I've played a game to a significant amount that I feel like I get the gist of it, and I just stop playing, I'll still put it that I played that game. You know, that it's like, it's not on the backlog anymore. But I also am not so concerned with the backlog and only checklisting that if the urge strikes me in a couple years or something, I'll come back and finish that game, and I'll consider that like a separate instance of me finishing that game. Like, anytime I replay the game, even if I replay Metroid Prime multiple times in a year, I will log every individual playthrough.
Yeah, because that's like important. Low key, I've been on a kick. I think I've replayed, no joke, Fire Red maybe 14 times this year.
Yeah.
Like,
Just like the base game or like across multiple like ROM hacks.
The base game, because I want to play the base game, I play a lot of Infinite Fusion and also Infinite Fusion. Honestly, if you count my Infinite Fusion playthroughs, it gets higher. Like I don't know. I've gotten really to the point where I'm like, I think sometimes the best thing you do is play a game that you like. Like literally, I have Digimon World Dusk on my Thor, and I've been chipping away at that just every so often. Like we really don't have to like consume the slop they give us until they fix the thing. There's things you could do.
I'm going to be doing some weekend whippets tonight on this week's episode of Cartoon Buffoons. I'm Wyatt, and who is here with me today, as always?
Hello, I'm Morgan, and I'm a Legends of Chima minifig.
Okay, we're here to talk about Ninjago. Ninjago.
Ninjago!
Yeah. We're here. We're doing it. We're going to jump up. Flip, what is it? Jump up, kick back, flip around, and
spin. Yeah. And turn it over again. Ninja. Dude, that song is burnt into my cerebellum after all the fucking episodes of the show I've watched. Like,
I do think it's funny that they replaced it with a much worse version of itself after season 2.
Yeah, and it's like a serious version, like a stripped down. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we're here. We were watching season 4 a couple nights ago, me and Cody, and Indy joined in a little bit, and then we're just laughing at the like epic trailer version of
the song.
Like during that intro. Anyway, we're here. We're talking about it. This behemoth of a show. Still going. I think there's still episodes.
Oh, my nigga. There's a season that started in like April, dude. I looked it up. I was like, nah, dude, there can't be any way.
Right? Yeah. We got Ninjago. The fact that Ninjago Dragons Rising is also like 80 episodes at this point is insane. Like that's just, and I didn't watch any of that, so I have no idea. What's going on there? But we'll talk about the main show. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah.
I think there's almost a comfort I'm taking, low-key. Like, I think I think ooh, this is nice.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's an infinitely going. The fact that this show is contemporary, like close to with stuff like Adventure Time and regular show, and I guess those shows are kind of back in their own way, but I don't know, stuff like Secret Bound Fort Awesome, which we just talked about. It's just kind of insane to think that this is continuing to go.
And after watching it, I understand why fully. I'm not even a little surprised. I'm not even a little surprised how long the show's run. Like sometimes you go, how the fuck is this still happening? I'm like, no. I see. I feel like I can also see why Power Rangers died. Go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of knew, or like I kind of assumed why. And then actually watching it, I'm like, yes, this basically just confirms exactly why. Like, yes, this is a show the 7-year-old boy inside of my heart would have absolutely loved if this came out in 2002 instead of Bionicle. So that's the thing too, and we can get into our history if we have any with this show, and I guess we can talk about like Lego in general. But I will just say that like, it's so funny to me that I considered like Bionicle to be this like big behemoth of my childhood, and lasted so long. Doesn't even fucking hold a candle to Ninjago.
Doesn't like, even like a little bit, like not even like comparably a little bit. Like it's
Ninjago is just like another fucking dimension of popularity. It's like 15 years this has been going. So
this thing looks down at Bionicle like this. You are like a baby.
Yeah,
like, you like just like it's crazy.
Yeah, Bionicle like basically died off after like 8 years, something like that. In like 2010s, and it kind of came back a few years, like 10 years ago, for like a little bit of a revival run. I actually did like those sets, but that's besides the point.
Also, like this show's in Fortnite.
Yeah,
like it was a big thing when these guys got added to Fortnite, and I'm like, huh? And I'm like, no, it makes sense now. I'm like, no, this all checks the fuck out. Okay, yeah, crazy.
Yeah. But okay. Do you have any history with this show?
Oh, so Lego across the board. I was a Lego kid. I like did Lego thing. I was part of Lego magazine. Like I got Lego magazine. I sent the pictures of the stuff I made. I was very big into Lego. Okay. I remember seeing the ads for Ninjago. And I remember buying a few actually. Like I think I bought like the ship they had maybe.
Right.
But like I watched the show a little bit. But I never watched it. Cause like I was at the age where I was like I don't know. It seemed like it was like this is like too stupid.
Right.
Like these are little Lego figures. I'm not doing that. I'm not. We were
like 16, 17 when this came out.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I was having sex and watching regular show. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay?
You're like Mordecai.
Let's be serious. Like Mordecai's just like me, except I pull and he doesn't.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So I didn't have like much of it, but I do remember like having every younger person in my family love Ninjago.
Yeah.
Every single one. Every single fucking one. I remember like my cousin had like the little Beyblade ripoff toys. Like it was like that. It was like that. So I remember all of that shit. But I didn't have like a connection to the show because I never like watched it because it was like I don't know, it was just too much.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's like the extent of my relationship. Yeah.
Very similar, where like don't really have a strong relationship with the show except for like younger cousins. Like I remember at the time like I would have a younger cousin who was like maybe like 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old at this point. I would be like, I'll get him I'll get him what I liked as a kid, so Transformers. So at this time this is when like Rescue Bots was coming out, so I was like, that's appropriate for like this age, right? Didn't give a fuck about that at all. Cared a lot more about stuff like Ninjago. And as far as like Lego goes, I actually didn't have a lot of sets personally, though I did have cousins who had like they had a lot of Legos. They had the like tub, the clear plastic tub of loose Lego parts that we would play with when we went over, as well as like all the they also had that for like Bionicle, so we just like dig through and be like, I have this arm, I have this piece, and like put together bullshit with that. But yeah, Bionicle, that was my main thing. It's actually like wildly influential in a way to me. I mean, if to the point where it's like there's a lot of things that have come and gone in my life, and then sometimes I like break things down in my head to the elemental, like the beginnings, and I can see like, oh wow, that was their maybe the longest, or like one of the longest, like something like that, and like Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball and things like that, as far as like influences on me creatively. Oh, excuse me. But that obviously came and went, just because like there came a point where even if I was still interested in it, it was like, it's no longer cool to like this thing. I kind of went through that with like Pokemon as well after Diamond and Pearl, which is maybe why I have such a negative association with those games, but I also just think that they're not good. Like coming back to them retrospectively as an adult, like disconnecting myself from that, teenage angst.
Yeah, not great still. Like not great still.
yeah. Like I appreciate Platinum. Earlier,
I was on a Pokemon kick. Not great. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I appreciate Platinum, for all the improvements that it made to Gen 4. And I can understand that people that were like, a little bit younger than us do probably consider Gen 4 to be like the absolute peak of Pokemon. But I would say even Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like, I don't really like those games that much.
Same. I also don't like them, yeah.
Yeah. I prefer, like, as far as it's maybe hipstery of me or whatever, but as far as the remakes go, like Fire Red and Leaf Green, I feel like are just, like, they bring a lot more to the table.
I think that's the general opinion, actually.
But a lot of people think Heart Gold and Soul Silver are like literally the best fucking interactive fiction ever created by human beings. Like the Pokemon fans gas those games up to such a ridiculous extent.
See, no, you're right. But also when people like use games to like go back and make things in, no one is using Heart Gold or Soul Silver.
Yeah, because the engine is fucking terrible. Like the
Gen 4. No, that's what I mean. Like the real facts of it explain the truth. But yeah, let's get back to Ninjago.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say that Gen 5 is probably like more hacks for that because that's just a better, quicker engine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ninjago, like, there was a part of me that was like jealous that it's sort of like, Bionicle died, and then like a year or two later, Ninjago comes and sort of takes its thunder. But like I said, it wasn't even a fucking contest. Like, as big as Bionicle was, in my opinion, or like from my perspective, rather, at that time, like the level of like penetration into, pop culture and, for all these like Zoomer kids that grew up with it, is just like, friends of mine with like younger siblings were all on Ninjago, almost more than anything else. Almost more than like, they're like objectively better shows that were airing at the time of Ninjago's season 1. And people were still like, nah, dude, fucking love Ninjago.
The thing is though, I think like, and we're going to get to it now. I think what has Ninjago has that like these other shows don't have, and like these properties, is that Ninjago is made from the ground up for growth.
Yeah.
And I think that's like crazy. There are things in the first season of Ninjago that are not paid off for like 6 fucking seasons. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy to think about. Mm-hmm. But like this, it feels like the people who rate the first season of shows like this, oh, I'm cooking. Like they're like, I know what I'm about to do. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'll say this though, that there are some elements specifically of season 1 that are pretty indicative of the fact that they're like, we don't know how long this is going to go, so we just
I agree.
Like, Lloyd specifically is like, that's a character that they probably want, like, if they redid it, they would have let it last for like a couple seasons. Maybe like by the end of season 2, they would have had him become the Green Ninja. Yeah.
I will say, they do kind of like offshoot that onto Nia instead, where Nia has something going on, and they wait a good bit before they like pull it out, and I think that like works well. But like, I definitely agree. You could tell like they were doing a push and pull in the writers' room of like, what do we want to believe we can get to in a few seasons, and what do we like are terrified we won't ever get to, so we should do it now. And I think that's like really funny to like see visually in a show.
Yeah, and I'll say that I did watch pretty much, like, skipped around in season 4 just because like it just didn't have enough time, but like pretty much watched through like all 4 of the first seasons, and then like a few episodes here and there of some later stuff, because I just felt like, all right, if I'm gonna get any slice of the cake, I think it's just easiest in my head to just do the first 4 seasons instead of like skipping around and like getting the best of the best, just seeing like the natural arc of that. And then it was like, I felt like by the end of season 2, that was like, that could have been the show, basically, like just season 1 and 2. It felt like it came to like a pretty good conclusion.
And then I think 4 adds a lot of new shit to it that works really well too. Also, I watched season 8 and 9 also. Mm-hmm. Crazy, legitimately crazy. It's so season 9 is like if you took the end of Turbo and made it into a full show.
Yeah.
So like, it's like for those who've not seen, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we should talk. You should continue your point, but we should then talk about how fucking Power Rangers this show is.
Yes, but like if you have not seen Power Rangers Turbo is not very good. It's panned across the board. But the ending of Power Rangers Turbo is seen as like peak because they lose like a motherfucker. Yeah. They lose, they have to flee the planet, And that literally happens in Ninjago, and they don't get back until the end of season 9. Like, and when they get back, shit's bad. Niggas have died. Like, and they do a whole season of it being that dire. And I'm like, Ninjago has a crazy amount of balls. What's happening here?
Yeah. I don't know. This show, like, it did really surprise me. I'm not going to come out here and say that it's, like, one of the absolute best shows that we've ever talked about.
No.
Or anything.
I can see why people are weird about it, though. Like, this, I can see why people are, like, hardcore, I make OCs, I draw fan art about the show. Easily.
I think it's like male My Little Pony. Is the best way I can describe it.
The thing is, though, this has a lot of women fans.
I know. Well, My Little Pony has a lot of male fans.
Well, then I guess, isn't this woman My Little Pony then?
Sure, yeah. Well, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, okay, this is a show that's, like regardless of the fan, and I think, obviously, like, you know, awesome if there's a lot of women or gender-neutral fans that are getting into it. But, like, this is a show that's kind of like engineered in a fucking laboratory to appeal to like 7-year-old boys.
Agreed. Yeah.
You know,
it does also weirdly feel like they are aware of how many girls like it because they keep adding more and more girls to the cast of this show.
I think so, and like, I think and things get a little bit more like, yeah, I don't know. It does feel like they're kind of appealing across the board to that. Especially which
is why a lot of shows die because they don't.
Yeah, the first season I would say is like the critical, like this is a boy show, and then it does grow out of that a bit. But like it just reminds me of that where it's like I would never say that My Little Pony Friendship is Magic as much as I love it. It's like high art. It's just like a very entertaining show because you have like a fun cast of characters and you know, they put those beasts in situations, you know. It's a good time. And it's just as long as fuck too. It's like 9 seasons long. So I was just thinking of that, comparing it in my head where it's like I can't necessarily say that the dialogue is like crazily, you know, like subversive or, you know, like deep or anything like that, but it's just like still entertaining. I'm still able to like bring myself to like cross that bridge, you know, or like build that bridge with this show and be entertained by it, despite the fact that I'm 31 years old. And yeah, I don't feel like harping on that too much because I know how it can be pretty like patronizing for people to talk about shows that are meant for kids and constantly have to like insecurely be like, I know that it's made for kids, you know.
But it's deeper than that,
But even the opposite of that, what I'm saying is like there's a lot of people that are like that try to overcorrect with that, and that also comes off as real. That comes off as very insecure. Like when I remember like being very annoyed listening to a podcast that was about one of the Gundam series. I think it was like War in the Pocket maybe, or Stardust Memory, one of the OVAs, and they kept on talking, you know, they would talk about how cool it is, but then the guest always had to like kind of undercut it, being like, I know it's a baby show, like made for literal babies, and I'm like,
is it
it's like, first of all, I just don't agree with that.
Yeah, like,
not even trying to be insecure. Don't think that they made those OVAs for babies.
Do you know the books those things are like based on, dude? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, but like you did bring it up earlier, but I do want to say, I don't want to say this show killed Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm. I think it fucking
fucking killed Power Rangers.
Yeah, I think it murdered it in the street.
In like an alleyway. Like Ninjago stabs Power Rangers. People go, why are kids not interested in Power Rangers? Dude, what Power Rangers was like had like long form storytelling, like, you know, that like had like growth in other, like this show ate Power Rangers lunch in a crazy way because it's just a tokusatsu show. This show is just a tokusatsu show. Yeah. It's insane how this show is like that.
It's doing what Power Rangers fucking wishes it could do with like, which it like tried to do like during its peak where, we're retaining the same cast and maybe it sort of rotates out slowly, but
and they change the powers and stuff. Yeah, but this show like owns it. Like this show is not beholden to footage from a different show or stuff like that. This show is allowed to do whatever the fuck it wants, and because of that, it has a freedom Power Ranger never had, and it allowed it to just do the Power Ranger thing, but better. Mm. And I think it's like, as a Tokusatsu fan, every season of this show, I'm like, guys, this is like, okay, well, now we're on season 4. This is a Kamen Rider show now. Like, we've kind of switched to a Rider War show in a weird way, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
There's
like,
part of me that is curious if a reason why, because Power Rangers was kind of dead for a few years at this point, after RPM. And a lot of people, like myself, just went ahead and watched, Shinkenger, because that was the next show after Goanger, the show that got adapted into RPM. And then just sort of never looked back at that point, like, maybe I'll watch a couple episodes here and there of a Power Ranger show as it was airing just to see. But, like, I think the last one I watched any amount of...
Wait, you said you were wondering about something, though. You said...
Yeah, I'm still getting to the point. I didn't lose the point, I promise. I was just saying, like, there was a point where a lot of fans sort of broke away from Power Rangers after RPM because they went to Sentai and they never looked back. They just went to the original source of the product and realized this is fucking way better, etc. Power Rangers eventually came back a few years after that with Samurai, which was famously kind of low effort adaptation because they mostly just took the same plots from Shinkenger. I wonder if that was done kind of quick and dirty in response to the success of Ninjago.
Would not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Would not surprise me at all, yeah. But also, it can't hang. So, we have talked, in theory, a long time about, how sometimes Sentai Kamen Rider shows need to be less episodes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say that Ninjago's, the peak of writing. It's not. But also, Ninjago proves it that we are just correct. Ninjago's able to fit an entire, real Sentai plot into 10 episodes that feel good and not rushed. And I'm like, I think they're kind of killing you guys. This is exactly what it should be. We don't need 50 episodes.
Yeah. Every season feels like a good, self-contained story. I mean, even something like a shorter season like season 3, I felt was, a pretty good... story, self-contained story and everything. And it was I was glad that we had something that wasn't just because, I mean, I guess we can talk about the characters later, but it definitely becomes the Lloyd show at a certain point. So season 3 was nice to have Zane is kind of the focus there emotionally. And they gave him an actually pretty emotional send-off, for his presumed death at the end of season 3, so
I think it's neat because apparently, seeing other seasons and going forward, they apparently do that for every character. It is the Lloyd show for a lot of seasons, but they always decide okay, it's been 2 seasons, let's focus it on blank. I think I saw that they have one for Nia, where one Nia, the one season is called Seabound, is about underwater things. So Nia's the main focus for most of the season, and I'm like, that fucking kicks ass. As a concept of something to do, to go okay, well, we should pick a season that's about one of these guys specifically. And I think it's another example of why Power Rangers can't hang with this show.
Yeah.
because you listen, look, guys, you can love Power Rangers. I'm not gonna get that. There was never going to be a Power Ranger where to go, hey guys, what if for the next 15 episodes we just focus in on the one woman on this team?
Yeah.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah, that's definitely no, absolutely not.
But yeah, let's talk about the characters of Ninjago.
All right.
So our team is made up of 4 people at the beginning, and then they keep adding motherfuckers to it. We have Kai, who is he's a Red Ranger, everybody.
Yeah, he's the Red Ranger.
I don't want to miss words over here. Yeah, he's the Red Ranger. He has fire powers. He's vaguely the leader, but not really. He's headstrong. He thinks he's destined for greatness.
He's got the spiky anime hair,
Yeah. He's. I think Kai is pretty funny, but he's not nearly as funny as the other 3. Is the issue.
He's a little generic. He's a little protagonist-y, with
he is.
Yeah.
I think the best thing he gets is that in season 4 they flirt around the idea of him having an inferiority complex about Lloyd, which I think is very cool, Because for the most of season 1, you think he's going to be the Green Ninja.
Yeah.
And then he's not. And then like, oh, okay, shit hits the fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like just like in Shaolin Showdown, where Raimundo is the team leader instead of Omi. You know.
Yeah.
That's
then
yeah. Go ahead.
Then you have Jay, who is the white boy.
Yeah.
Jay's deal is that he talks too much. He is always worried about things. He is trying to score. He's annoying. They literally call him the annoying one in a bunch of episodes. And I think he's like the funniest.
Yeah. He definitely is like the comic relief kind of character. You know, like that's like at least like they're that specific kind of comic relief, like laugh out loud. Because I also feel like Zane also fits pretty easily into like comic relief, but more in the, you know, like
his
like
reaction to things.
His gimmick of his specific like straight man, you know, emotionless gimmick.
There's a good bit in season 8 when everything's burning and going to shit. And Jay's like, well, I guess that's what's happening. He says, yo, Jay, if you don't start panicking, I'm going to start panicking. Why the fuck are you calm? And just like they're all losing their mind because he's like really calm about it. It's really good.
Yeah, I do like multiple times throughout the show, the people are like, can you shut the fuck up? Like,
it's really
you stop fucking joking about this.
Like, he's like losing his mind and everything. Everyone is, yo, Jay, shut up.
Yeah.
Like we're all going to die. Like, yes, Jay, we know this happens every week. What is your problem? It's really good. Then you have Cole. Cole is like, I don't want to say he's not serious, but he's like more serious than the others usually.
Yeah.
He's also kind of dumb.
Yeah. You know, he fits the Earth archetype.
Yeah, he is the Earth guy. Oh yeah, Jay has Jay is powers lightning, by the way. And then you have Zane, who is the best. I'm sorry, I'm a Zane head. I think he's the coolest. He's the fucking best.
I already thought he was the best because just in season 1, like his, you know, like him as a character in that, and then it was really season 3. Like I said, I was like, is my eyes getting misty?
No,
it's the death of a Ninjago character.
Because like he's so earnest, and like you start to see like, the joke is that he's weird and like he's like autism coded and stuff like this. But it very quickly becomes like, no, like that's who he is. But also he's not even like that because he's a robot. Because we meet other robots who are not like Zane.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they go like, oh yeah, he's a autism coded robot. He's not like this because he's a robot. He's like that because that's who Zane is.
Yeah.
And it does get emotional because like they do love him. They love him so much. This show does a good job of selling you on them being friends and a family, which is so important on a show like this. Like,
yeah, even in like season 1 with where you learn that he's a robot, like having that montage of like his creator and everything, like that's just like, oh, that's good stuff, you know, good.
Yeah, it's emotion.
Yeah, character establishing. Like gets you into that, which is like, I don't know, I feel like you need that kind of stuff early on in a show to really you need to establish like trust in an audience, especially in a show like this that is like it is silly because it is Lego. It's just like
it's Legos,
it's just inherently like very comedic and tongue-in-cheek, but you know, you need to make sure that if you want to be emotionally invested in this, that you can trust the thing, that it's going to deliver on those aspects. So like, there's a lot of things that I love that are able to toe that line as far as, you know, they present outwardly one emotion or tone, but they give you just enough details here and there that make you be like, okay, I can trust that this thing is going to deliver something a little bit deeper.
So
when push comes to shove,
that brings me to this show. While I say it's very Power Rangers, tone wise, it reminds me of Dragon Ball a fuckload. Like there's a lot of Dragon Ball DNA of like how it toes that line of like being a funny thing while also being like an action and like emotional thing. Like I think like, and I don't think that's on accident. Because they're like, I'm like, dude, I gotta put Ader and fucking Zane on the shelf of my two robot sons. Like, it felt like it was very much on purpose, and it's very neat to like watch something like that for like this demographic. Also, with how long it is, it basically is Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Still going, you know, refuses to die, etc.
And then you have, I guess we'll get to Lloyd last. We have Nia, who is Kai's sister. She is not a ninja.
Yeah.
Yet. But like she's like in the show, she's like she starts off kind of as just the girl.
Right. Yeah.
But as the show goes on, they give her more and more personality things. Like she is very smart. She like builds a bunch of shit. She's very intelligent. She's also has no patience for any of them besides Zane. Because they're all kind of dumb. Nia's very quick to go, yo, cut it the fuck out. Except Zane. Zane's my best friend.
Yeah.
Like her and Zane being very close has always been very nice to me. And she's dating Jay for some reason. She's dating Jay for some reason.
Right. She fits into that role of the girl, but not. They don't like play it up too much. They do, they do the whole like, oh, men can't do anything right, etc. But like, I don't know. They don't play it up too much where they, like some shows can kind of make it so they can like overcompensate with like their one female character. I will say,
more.
Yeah, I'll say like a good example of that, I think, is in Last Airbender with like Toph, where she could have easily been that, but they have somebody like Katara to offset it.
And then we have Master Wu, who's their master. He's just their master for the most part.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Like he does have a tragic.
Yeah, he fucks Lloyd's hot mom.
Whoa.
Lloyd's G-MILF mom, so.
Well, hold on. Now, I will say he's not Lloyd's dad, but he does.
No, but he does fuck his mom.
Yes. So. But that's not fair. They had to cope. They both had to cope.
Right, yeah.
But yeah. He does have like a tragic story and everything like that. And I do think he does bring a lot of good shit to the show because he is like I think he's a good version of like the teeth of the show master, because like he does say shit like this. How do you stop an enemy? And they're like, what the fuck, do you kill them? And like, no, you morons, you make them your friend. And that's when we meet Lloyd. Lloyd has the most character growth, air quotes here, because he's just a shitty like Saturday morning cartoon villain at the beginning, but like as a child.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny how Lloyd starts off in the show compared to the rest of the show.
It's very interesting because, like, I feel like going into the show, I kind of already knew Lloyd was popular with the fandom, but I didn't necessarily know that he was going to become a ninja. So, like, when he showed up, I just assumed, like, okay, he's like a shitty, angsty little kid. That's probably why he's has a big fandom, especially with like a lot of the female fans. But then like, oh yeah, he becomes like the Tommy Oliver of the show to like a pretty great degree. And it's like, it's hard to even call him like a Poochie or anything like that because he's there from the beginning. Like he is
they set him up really well.
And I do think that they like introduce him to the team like a little bit too quickly. But again, you just kind of have to make do with shows like this that are made not to tell a story. Like they are just made to fulfill quotas for toys. And they
were definitely scared that they were canceled too. Yeah.
The talented staff of the show have to take what they're working with and turn it into something good. Like that's something I like about Beast Wars, for example, where like, oh, they have to write around like what toys are popular. So they had to like kill off certain characters, that are like, all right, well, this like Tigatron and Air Razor kind of get written out of the show, and Pterosaur, characters like that, my favorite.
I will say one of the things that like I'm a big fan of when it comes to Lloyd is that even though they do introduce him to the team very early, he is just a kid early though. Like I think they don't make him the cool guy until next season, which I think having a whole season where they like hold off on that, kind of brave, because like they know he's gonna sell hotcakes, but like they're like, no, we can wait. I do think it's very funny though that the beginning of the season and like it's all his fault, because he keeps getting groomed by evil snakes. I made the joke on Twitter, but on Blue Sky. But legitimately, the first 4 episodes are just him continuously getting groomed by different snakes over and over and over again that keep using him to be evil. It's great.
Yep. Yeah. And I'll say in general, like he doesn't truly become like super mature, I'm Tommy, etc. Probably until like season 3 and 4, I would say, is when like there's like a little bit of a time skip and he's more like he's kind of grown up at that point. He's still voiced by the same person. I know eventually he's replaced by Sam Vincent. Yeah,
8 is when they change it up. They all make a joke about it too. They go, "Whoa, what the fuck happened, Lloyd? Like, what is? Oh my god, he's getting older." He's like,
right, yeah. Like, you sound like Double D from Ed and Eddie now. Yeah, but yeah, I like Lloyd. Like as far as like I don't mind that he's kind of the show sort of centralizes around him because I thought he was the most interesting character from the get-go, like as the villain. Yeah. Like I remember like us watching a few of the first episodes like last week or whatever, and that's the first thing that I said like after a couple episodes. I was like, I understand why he sort of becomes the main character, is because he's just like the most compelling character, like not on a like necessarily a deep emotional level, but he's just like the most fun to write for at that point. And then it dovetails very nicely into season 2, where when the plot becomes about Garmadon again,
and like you got to deal with it. Lloyd has to deal with the fact that like he's no longer just a kid who has an evil dad. He's now the chosen one who has to fight his said evil dad. I think I want to say season 1 is crazy emotional because they go out of their way to humanize Garmadon in a way that shows don't do villains for kids. Mm-hmm. They make it go like, yeah, he's a force of evil, but a force of evil still feels things.
Yeah.
And like when they set up that like Lloyd's going to have to kill his dad someday, it is kind of brutal. Like it's pretty fucking brutal. Like when Lloyd thinks about it and goes through it.
Yeah, I like in season 2, like towards the end when he's fighting, like his dad is like become a giant lizard monster thing, and like he's fighting with him, and there's like a point where like his dad is like struggling to like regain control, and a different show maybe would have had that be like the deciding factor, and then Lloyd wins the fight, but it actually like fucks it up for him because he realizes like, oh yeah, my dad is in there, I can't go all out.
Yeah.
And then so it just that leads into the finale where he turns into an even bigger dragon monster, and Lloyd has to summon his super duper dragon powers to beat him. Toy set available now at Walmart. But yeah.
And I think, and I do also say, and this is weird to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lord Garmadon in his like normal mode is very handsome.
Yeah, like in his,
they made a dilf, like in like his sensei mode. Like they made a dilf. Like he's like kind of dilfy as a Lego figure, and it's fucking me up. Like I'm like, hold on.
You scoffed at me calling his wife hot.
No, you're right. You're right. His wife's hot. He's hot. Also, did you see the finale of season 4? It's fucked up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The idea of like getting Lloyd's dad to be normal again at the end of season 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then having him die tragically, and his monologue is crazy. He says, "There's no world where I can make up for the harm I've caused, and I've been immature to think that I can. Mm-hmm. The most I can do is to die for a world I care about." And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
What's happening? Like, it's... I don't know. It's... this like... And, like, yeah, Garmadon just does not get a happy ending. It's crazy. Like...
Yeah. That's good stuff. I like that. I appreciate when, they kind of... I don't know if he like I said, season 4 was... like, that's the last season I watched... like the most of.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he comes back at some point, but
season 8 is about a biker gang called the Sons of Garmadon.
Okay.
That are obsessed with him, and they want him to like come back. And when they bring him back, he's devoid of his humanity. It's still tragic. So he comes back and he no longer has like the humanity he has in like season 2 and 1, 2, and 3. So it's still fucked. Like there is
it's like Dinobot 2 and
yes, it's exactly like Dinobot 2. And I'm like, oh, these guys know ball. Like,
yeah. Oh man, yeah, Ninjago. Yeah, is there? What are you gonna say?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna say, what did you think of like the actual show's animation?
I think it's definitely like pretty much where I expected, because this is like pre-Lego movie. Before they really started pushing that style. where like, oh, everything is made out of Lego pieces, and it has more of the stop motion look. And I do know that like some of the most recent Netflix series of Ninjago kind of like pushes it a little bit more in that direction visually. So I like went in with like proper expectations. I do think it doesn't look quite as good as like Bionicle Mask of Light or something like that. At all. Yeah. But that is a movie, and it is like more stylized away from how the toys look, whereas like this is, it's Lego people, it's everything. I never had a problem with like simple textures, simple character models and everything for Lego stuff, just because like that is kind of the aesthetic of it. And I appreciate that. It kind of reminds, like, I like that. Made me think of stuff that I love from my childhood, like
mainframe stuff. Yeah, very much reminded me. I will say, I think it does move better than it should. There's some action scenes in the show. I'm like, why are these guys moving so well, given their shapes and everything? I do also think like the particle effects in the show are too good. The water and fire in the show looks like, I'm like, it kind of takes me out of it. I'm like, you guys look real. This looks really well rendered. How did they do this? I will say it also just gets better. This is one of those shows that you can tell where the money goes. Because like you said, like Netflix ones, the show just keeps looking better the longer it goes. I'm actually surprised they haven't like reanimated this show with like real characters and not Lego shaped characters, because that's how everyone draws them online, which is super funny.
I think the only time that they've done, well, they did it a little bit, like I said, with the Bionicle stuff, where they look like characters based on the toys rather than exactly like the toys. The only other show I can think of where a Lego thing didn't just like make it look like the Lego toys was the like Elves. Do you remember that on Netflix? There was like a 10 episode season that was immediately canceled or whatever of that.
Netflix Elves?
Yeah, and I think it might have been Studio Mir.
Oh, I remember.
It has like the Legend of Korra, the art style that every single fucking cartoon
has nowadays.
Like, looks like that.
We can't get into that, but I remember but I'm just surprised they haven't done that for this, given how popular this is right now.
Yeah,
because I think that'd be like printing money, like for lack of a better term. I feel like it'd be printing fucking money. Because you can't go on Tumblr and not see a drawn version of these characters who are just like normal people. It kicks ass.
Maybe Monkey Kid might have been their attempt to try to do like a middle ground where like, okay,
Monkey Kid looks like good as shit too. Yeah, that's a beautiful fucking show.
It's just sad that it didn't explode it was very popular in its own way, but it wasn't Ninjago. Ninjago is just such a behemoth. It's kind of hard to imagine what the next Ninjago is going to be from Lego.
I think it's like literally impossible. Like, I think because Ninjago really does feel like a perfect storm of all the elements you need for a successful cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, characters that, like, are easy to read, but also have depth to them. Interconnected backstories and trauma. A sellable toy line. Simple to draw characters for young kids who want to draw art. Like, it kind of just has, like, everything. It's crazy that someone didn't think immediately making it like, oh, this is going to be the biggest thing on Earth. Like, they should have known, like, in a way.
Yeah, and I wonder if something where they did make it look a little bit more like... like a Young Justice or Legend of Korra or whatever, would kind of just make it look a lot more generic, and therefore it would like kind of kill a little bit of the appeal, because there's a camp factor that is very important, I think. And like I said, I think that Lego actually has done a good job of keeping that alive while also still like even in the Lego movie from like 2014, that was a movie where people kind of went into it, didn't really expect much out of it, but it ended up having like, oh, this is a story, this is kind of like an emotional story, it's a little bit meta, but it's also just like works within its own world. It has all these like references to itself with like Batman and Han Solo and shit, but like it's not.
It's still a good movie, yeah.
It's still just like a good story and everything, and like some of the characters in that became popular outside of that. Like you got the Lego Batman movie, you have like the Kitty show.
I do want to watch the Ninjago movie in that style. I feel like that'd be really fucking good. I think I might actually just put it on and watch it again. Like,
that's the thing. There's a lot of shows that we watch, and it's like, I kind of want to watch the whole thing, or I want to watch more of that, and like, it's kind of a coin toss if I'll ever get around to actually doing it. But like, Ninjago kind of feels like one of those things where I can just see myself becoming a
I'm scared.
Like I'm actual terrified. Fan of it, where I'm just like watching it because I want to watch it.
Why I'm so scared. Like when they introduced the lore of them having 5 different snake races, I was like, I can't go down this hole. I can't go down this hole. Like Wyatt. And the thing is, though, Cole adopts a snake guy as a student later on in the show. So I'm like, no, because I'm gonna make an OC and we're gonna go down a dirty hole, and I don't want to become a hardcore Ninjago fan. I'm gonna watch the Ninjago movie, and then that's it. And I'm gonna stop because if I go any further, it's gonna get messy. But like, like this, This was like maybe the most surprising thing. I think we've seen better things. Like I think like Life and Times of Juniper Lee so better, stuff like this. But this is like the shit that surprised me the most. I was like, there's so much of this shit. There's no way this could keep going. And then I skipped to episode season 8 and then 9, and then I kept going like, this shit is still good. This shit is, and you know why? The characters are getting older. That doesn't happen in cartoons.
Yeah, and then when they get to the point where it's like, all right, enough time has passed, maybe the original demographic sort of aged out of it. That's when you do like a soft reboot with
and they all have Lloyd has like 2 students that he brings in. Cole has a student, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Like keep it going like that. This show feels like a promise that like a lot of cartoons specifically have written that have not paid out, and it's funny that the little yellow people Lego show is the one that did.
The only thing I know about the Netflix, like the Dragon Rising, whatever, is that there's like the main like student guy, and then there's a girl with like cat ears and pink hair and pronouns is the other character in it. Christ. So that's the only other character I know. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested to see, because we do have a lot more Lego shows to do. That are part of Cartoon Network. Like we have Legends of Chima, whatever, Nexo Knights, Mixels, Unikitty. Like I'm now more interested to check that stuff out. I will say that there was one, this is kind of a tangential, but it is Lego related. Like a year or 2 ago, there was a like Lego City Adventures got put on Netflix, and I saw it. And, like, I think the preview clip that played or something was funny, so I decided to watch, like, 4 episodes of it. This is, like, 2024 or something. It might have been, like, around when we started Cartoon Buffoons, because I remember it was, like, when I moved into this apartment. But that's just, like, one of those things was, like, I don't know. I didn't like commit to watching through it, but I remember like watching those episodes and being like, this is pretty funny. Like this is a pretty good this is a pretty good show.
It feels like they're very much putting real motherfuckers to work on these shows, which I think is like the good thing to do with Lego. Like that's like the thing to make. I do know that like you mentioned like the girl with pronouns and then the other guy, like the other student of Lloyd. I found out that he's black, the kid. And also that he's voiced by like the new Sonic voice actor they've been like testing out in like Sonic Prime and shit like that.
Okay.
So hearing the idea of like a Sonic, like a black like Sonic guy, and also his other student is like a pink hair pronouns I'm a gamer girl. Yeah. I'm like, this is woke too, good. Baby. I might have to watch it because like her element is technology. And his fucking element is like, I don't know, like fucking... No, sorry, he has no element. He's self-taught in ninja stuff. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I had to confirm because you mentioned like him being Sonic and Sonic Prime. And I was like, you know who I know him from?
What?
Tome.
Oh my god, that is the Tome guy! That is the Tome guy!
That's Raccoon from Tome.
Yeah. Shout out Tome, you know? Not really, but kind of.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know what Kerber was thinking. Yeah, with, the how do I say this? The optics of having one of the very few, I think maybe the only black person that's a voice actor on Tone being the raccoon character, but
not great, Kerber, not great.
Yeah.
But like, I think like also the designs of this show Like, whenever a character takes off their shirt or something and the skin cuts away, so they give him a new minifig type top, it gets a laugh out of me every single time. This show just kind of kicked ass. I was like so fucking surprised. I was like, I don't want to watch all the guys. You know this from the outros. I don't want to watch all this shit. I don't want to watch all this shit. And I'm like, damn, this shit is peak. I want to watch more of this shit. Like, I'm like, hold on.
Yeah. But hold on, let me see what we I think I know what we have next, but it's also kind of a big one, so maybe we can do something a little bit smaller in between. Yeah, I guess we can do, because the next two shows are Gumball and then Thundercats. But Thundercats is pretty short, so we can do that while we're preparing for Gumball. So
I would say we should wait, because I think Velvet Soul's doing the stream, so we have to wait a little bit. So
sure, but that'll be over by next week, right? Like,
yeah.
So, do you want to? Do you want to do that, or do you want to just jump right into Gumball?
I kind of want to jump into Gumball because we're not going to watch all of it. Gumball's not like a narrative focused show like this,
right? Yeah. Watch it. That's fine. So I started watching, like, I got the DVD set and I started watching through season 1, like, last week or whatever. So, like, yeah, definitely should be pretty easy to just put it on. Just 'cause, like, I just like buying the DVD set because it's just less of a pain in the ass than going on and subscribing to whatever fucking service.
Scroopo. You can watch it on Scroopo now.
Yeah. Do whatever. Like, talk to my mom and be like, hey, can you, like, reactivate Hulu for whatever, etc. So don't want to do that. So I just bought the complete set for pretty cheap. And then, I'm just like, all right, I'll be fine cracking into that. But yep, we can do that next week, especially because, like, I have this next week off from work, so I can just kind of I can kind of watch through. I think it's like 5 normal seasons, and I think like season 6 is kind of like a weird fucked up season.
I will say also on YouTube they upload the entire seasons.
Oh, Gumball! Fuck! I should have just watched it there.
No, like that's how I watch Ninjago. They have every episode of season 4 Gumball put together. Yeah, and it's just So I'm gonna probably just put that on and just skip around it. That's going to be a controversial episode from you, not me. From you.
Right. Well, I hope I have positive feelings on it. I've talked before that I have a negative association with the show just because, like, there was just a point in time in, like, the mid-2010s where people would just keep on posting, like, the same, like, 4 clips of it out of context on Twitter, Tumblr, and being like, this is literally the funniest television show ever fucking created. And then it's just, like, it just felt, like, very annoying and kind of, like, try hard to me. Which is, like, I feel the same way about, like, Sonic Boom and Teen Titans Go, things like that, but I'm not, like, losing my mind being like this show must be destroyed or whatever. I'm interested I hope I like it because I know it's a beloved show. So I hope watching it again. I remember enjoying season 1 when it first aired, though I know that the season 1 is, like, not indicative at all of where the show goes after it. So but yeah, the next couple episodes, Gumball, Thundercats, DC Nation, which we'll probably just do as, like, a pilot. Yeah. And then Green Lantern after that. So I don't know if Rexy wants to come on for that.
I think Rexy did want to come on for Green Lantern, but I'll message her. Yeah. I will say I might also just get Gumball on DVD because I do want to like expand my thingy, and also. It's just nicer. Oh, I can't watch a DVD because my PS5 is broken. God damn.
Oh, well. Well, yeah, I mean, I did that with Adventure Time, regular show and everything, so.
Me and Kathy did that with Flapjack, because Kathy owns Flapjack, which is nice.
Cool.
But yeah, this was a good episode. This is a good show. I feel good about Ninjago, so fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was fun talking about Ninjago. It's kind of funny. We don't have to get into this too much, but it is kind of funny, like, us talking about Ninjago and doing the like episode of it like right after there was new Avatar news that came out, and it's like both the shows are definitely pretty Orientalist as far as where their eyes are centered. But I feel like the camp factor of Ninjago sort of disarms that, and it is very like silly about it. I wouldn't blame anybody for still finding it kind of like fringy, but
it can be offensive at parts. I will definitely say Ninjago can be offensive parts. I will say there is like a I gotta put this. Well, our main 4 people has Asian people on it.
That's true.
And Ninjago can like actual like Asian voice actors. So that I don't. What about Zuko? Zuko don't count till later. Get Zuko out of my fucking face, dude. Get a Zuko out of my face till later. But yeah.
Yeah, but I was just saying because like to me it was an interesting thing like when I watched. Like, because I just don't. I mean, we've talked about Avatar. We talked about Legend of Korra for some reason on when we were talking about Evil Come Carne, but like, I really don't want that. Like, they don't need to make any more. It's fine. Just leave it as is, etc.
They definitely should make more. They definitely should not make more.
Yeah. So it's just like seeing that. I was just struck with the feeling of like. I mean, this would be cool if it was like a Netflix show that was called Seven Havens and was just
anything else. Anything fucking else.
And it's like, well, whatever. She has earth magic. That's her.
Also, what gets me is that we know from history that Avatar will have nothing to say about anything.
No, yeah. Literally, it will it will pretend to say something, and then it will ultimately conclude that liberal democracy is the way to go.
Jesus, I was talking with a friend the other day about Avatar because I'm a fucking sadist.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, they kind of based like, they were like, yeah, like Legend of Korra said it was like 1920s New York. I says, well, with a vaguely aging aesthetic. I said, well, it's supposed to be like Hong Kong and Shanghai in the 20s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, well, but like they have like a bunch of like buildings and clothing and stuff that's all like very Western in America. And like they even have cars that are like very American. I says, well, that's because the Legend of Korra writers don't actually have anything to say interesting. They just kind of want the aesthetic of Asia, but also not really the aesthetic of Asia because they're white boys that are going, you mind if I speak a little Mandarin? I fucking hate Legend of Korra. Like, fuck.
That's a big problem I have with, I mean, we don't need to go into, we already ranted about this like a year ago or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's a huge, I've talked about my problems where it's like, oh, you're talking about all these like interesting social and labor movements from the turn of the century and like taking them aesthetically just to like make a spooky bad guy seem cooler rather than actually try to say anything about characters. And then the one villain that gets like actually she's fine, we redeemed her at the end is like the straight up
super
fascist, like, I'm gonna kill everybody else, fuck you got mine kind of fascist person.
Dude, like the kind of heat that people give Steven Universe should be given to Korra. The kind of heat people give Steven Universe should be given Legend of Korra.
I mean, I can get into I will save in general my opinion on this for the Steven Universe episode. I'll give you a little teaser and just say that like a lot of the problems like I do agree with on a broad level about like this is an issue with Steven Universe's world building. The problem is Steven Universe is a smart enough show that it understands that it's employing metaphor, right? Like the characters are not literally, even though like in the show they are being portrayed as like galactic overlords, they are metaphorically supposed to be your shitty parents that are closed-minded. Like that, the show has like layers to it.
Yeah.
It's trying to do, and you can say like, is it successful or shouldn't have even gone to
That's a different argument. That's a different argument.
Yes. Yeah. But whereas like that is not happening. It is the illusion of depth in something like Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra like this. Yeah, guys, non-bender rights. Really? Not really, actually. He's a bender. It's cool. He's a bad guy. Let's blow him up on his boat. Dude, oh my god. Anyway, we got to end the episode. We have to end the episode. I
just wanted to bring that up because I just think that it's funny that like, like something that's they're trying to like amp it up to like such a like you fucking stupid millennials, how about you watch this, isn't it so epic? Like even the movie whatever that I have even less interest in than a fucking new show movie based on like what if Aang was an adult, like dear god I do not ever want to watch that. like it's just so clearly trying to appeal to like, you know, this is epic, this is something serious for you millennials, whereas Ninjago, it doesn't feel like they have that pretension, you know, it is just what it is, so it's, you can kind of just go into it, and then you'll end up being more charmed when they actually do end up pulling off these surprisingly emotional moments.
Yeah,
and things
because Ninjago is like at the core about like, hey, sometimes the people that you love do shitty things. That's like an overarching thing across the board, is that like the people that you love can be bad. Like, and they can love you and still be bad. But like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we can wrap it up now.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about elemental Harry Potter anymore. So let's
Okay, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at Girl Next Door on Tumblr. I talk about Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, and I'm currently spiraling because a new Vampire the Masquerade edition or something like it is coming out soon. So I'm going to be really weird about that. I hate blood points. That means nothing to most people, but I do. Right. You can also find me on Blue Sky at Girl Next Door. Talk a lot about wrestling. I've been talking about Korra and Avatar recently. So if you like those things, don't follow me. Just stop. Don't follow me. Because like I compared it to Harry Potter recently, and I'm right. Yeah. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm right. I'm fucking right. It's Harry Potter at this point.
I mean, it's very millennial. Yeah, this is like,
dude. Like, what kind of bender are you? Like, I'm 30. I'm the kind of bender that's 30.
Yes,
okay.
Like, what do you mean you're saying an entire race of people can be defined by like one broad personality archetype?
Bro. Wait, are you telling me that like, so Japanese people are like fiery and fascisty? I'm like, all right, enough. White boys, stop cooking. Like, but yeah, don't follow me if you like Avatar, but follow me if you like wrestling or art or stuff like that. That's all very cool. I am also on Drawn from the Undertow, which is an actual play where we're testing the game Thread Spinner. I'm on Thread Spinner Spark. I play Love the Uncut, the greatest swordswoman to ever live. Well, she's dead now because the game takes place in Afterlife, but she's really cool. I'm doing some fuck shit over there. I recently, not a spoiler, just watch the episode. I used some bees made of stone to kill some sentient flowers. Cool. So that was fucking sick. Wyatt, where can we find you?
Going over to Twitter and Blue Sky at Wasp Ranger, WAZP Ranger. Mostly stream of consciousness stuff, but I do post about videos I'm making, podcasts I'm doing. I haven't uploaded them yet, but I've written some scripts for new Metroid stuff. So if you want to hear my opinions on the recently leaked, not even the game, but just a concept of there being a 6th Metroid game, a new 2D game being made, then I wrote a script about it just for you guys. Will I make more videos on this cartoon channel? Probably. I have a couple of scripts that I started working on, but I don't know. The time needs to be right for me to. The mood needs to strike. But you can check out. You're already on the channel. Great, listening to this. If you want to check out the Patreon, that's also It's Only Magic. So $3. You get the next episode, which will be Gumball, a week early. And if you only got $1, that's fine. You can listen to Wow Cool Robot, which is me and my friend Wayne going through every single robot in existence. We got to record more episodes of that soon as well. And I'll just say, as far as like things that I've been talking about on social media, probably just mostly still in the afterglow of Chapter 5 of Deltarune. But also today, they're going to show off the new generation of My Little Pony, which like maybe got leaked early this week, but I've seen a lot of people say that it's like possibly AI, so I don't know if that leak is real. So I guess we'll see if that's real today. At the time recording this, July 24th.
That's so scary because like that means that they showed fucking Gundam yesterday and they're going to show My Little Pony today. The world is shaken.
I know. That's what I'm saying, is that like it's funny that it's entirely possible that you were bitching about Avatar yesterday, and then I'll be bitching about My Little Pony.
Dude, actually, double feature. I was bitching about Gundam yesterday too.
Oh yeah. What's the new Gundam thing?
Who gives a fuck? Okay, okay. Let's run the episode. I thought you mentioned off for recording.
Okay, sure. Okay, all right. Goodbye, everybody.
I don't need Gundam niggas on my head. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. See you for Gumball.